Fast forward just a little bit longer. Get some more people in the room. Leave a comment, you guys. Leave a comment. Live stream is up. Welcome people in the YouTubes. Okay. All right. All right. Good morning, Tech.
Good morning.
Let me just play our tune
Good
before
morning.
gonna play around with this.
Good to see you. GM,
Uh,
GM.
GM, everybody, GM on the live streams, GM here in the room. Here we go. Let's play the what's the ticker? Get this party started. Here we go. Yeah. What's the ticker? Yeah. What's the ticker? Where's it at? What is the ticker? Where's it at? I got crypto in the bag, send the CA in the chat. Gonna ape another fact. Got a runner on the map, so line of sniping like a gat. And the Sowie is moving quickly. I'm the squeezing where they at. I'm trying to bring the Mimquins back. 1,000X is gonna land. I got it chilling in the back, and the gas fees are gonna slap. Where's the ticker? Where's it at? Yes. All right. Now we're official, right? Oh, yeah, not again. Not again. Here we go. Now it's official. Good morning, Tick. Tick is like, yeah, screw that. I'm just gonna make me another coffee. You guys have to don't mind me a little bit today. I'm a little bit under the weather. There's a little bit of fever. There's a little bit, I'm kind of down with the sickness, with the pox thing and all, right? But then literally,
I got the coffee. I'm all set. I'm locked in.
you got your coffee? Yes, good, 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 good. I had a little matcha. Um, I had a little matcha moment, and
Uh,
I'm waiting for a matcha coin. Actually,
oh, yeah.
would that be something?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, we had the useless coin. We have the useful coin. So the matcha coin is the next intended step right there. Yeah, it's funny how it's weird how when I'm falling asleep at night, how like a million ideas for coins will come to my
Oh,
head. Like
yeah,
it's the weirdest thing. I'm like, oh, why didn't anyone think of that? I should launch that. And like I'll
yeah,
just
yeah.
have it always happens to me. Last night I had probably like three that I'm like, ooh, that would be such a cool coin name or whatever. But what I did was I was trying to get myself into flow state. I'll like watch like videos on like
Mm-hmm.
AI news or like tutorials on how to content creation or videos about more like out there concepts like quantum mechanics and studying of things of that nature. Just think like very things that could are I guess boring. But when I do that, it's so inspiring. And that little hack, you kind of I used to do that anyway, and I didn't realize why I was doing it or what was happening there. But when you explained to me when that whole process, you're like, oh yeah, go get yourself like good and bored, go watch like a history documentary or
Yeah.
something. You'll be able to find yourself back in that flow state. And I realized that I do that inadvertently all the time
Yes.
anyway. It's just that I'll feel like drained. I'll feel like just like emotionally and like physically and just my energy is just like at like a 2 out of 10, and I'm just like, oh man. And so to
Yeah.
regenerate, that's one thing I found myself to do, because what I would think in my head is like, well, I don't want to just like do like some brain rot and just scroll TikTok. I want to like watch something that's like maybe gonna make me smarter. And so, I'd watch these like boring documentaries. And then in the process of doing that, after, halfway through it or 15 minutes into it, sometimes I'm like, oh, I got an idea. And then I gotta get back to
You
work.
know, that's why going for a walk around the block works so well, because you guys, I can do a whole space and blow your mind, and even do some conversational hypnosis on stage with people, right? Just situating yourself differently in the room that you usually mostly spend your time in,
is going to help shift into a new you instantly. Because we all know when we get to that seat on the couch, that particular place that you always sit on, that you even get upset if other people start to sit there and you need to sit somewhere else. You feel uncomfortable because you're not sitting in the same spot. We are creatures of habit. And so, even the things that we do not need anymore, right, in life that we could do better, we are on repeat with those too, because neurons that fire together wire together. So what happens with people, they go home from work and maybe you feel inspired to do something. You have all these things in your head, but then this happens. You go sit on that couch or that chair where you always sit and nothing happens anymore. That's not because you don't have energy, and because your surroundings are now triggering you into behavior that you always do when you sit there, which means nothing.
Mm.
So just for you to sit somewhere, to force you to sit somewhere else, you're going to be uncomfortable and you want to get up and do something,
Mm.
right? And this is why they say comfort zone kills, but in a very literal, extreme way. So
Yeah, one I
let's
heard
get
was
coach.
washing or brushing your teeth with your opposite hand. It helps like
Yes, same
rewire
thing.
neurons
Yes,
as well because you're using different
yes.
neurons in order to do that.
Do
So
something
even
different.
even
Yeah,
doing that, brushing your teeth with your left hand if you're right-handed, you will
yeah.
actually feel a difference. It's actually kind of
Oh,
like
yeah.
it's kind of weird. It's unusual cuz but you get used to it very quickly. And
Well, it is
yeah.
because the whole reason behind it is because our brain is using the most calories out of everything in your body. And so our brain likes to do things on autopilot. The more it can do on autopilot, the better
Yeah.
because we're saving energy this way. And over history, evolutionary speaking, we were not in an energy surplus. We were always in a deficit, right? It's hard to
Mm.
find food. Yeah, right. And now it's getting easier, of course, and that's why you have this oversaturation, but you cannot be aware of everything all the time. And so your brain really likes to do things on autopilot. But that autopilot is sometimes working against you when you need to make changes in your life, right? That autopilot will tell you, like, hey, let's stay home instead of going to the gym, right?
Yeah.
It will give you any idea, emotion, and feeling to keep you where you were, because that's how we conserve energy.
Yeah.
And so it is for your body does that and your brain does that for your own benefit, energy wise. But sometimes you got to hold it up to scrutiny. It's like, hold on, what do I got of a habit, right? What am I on repeat with, on autopilot, that I need to make a change? And then people go to the extreme with that, right? For, let's say, a physical workout, it'd be like, okay, now I'm going to the gym every day. Well, no, that's not the answer either, right?
Mhm.
You gotta pick something that's hard, but not so hard that you're gonna shoot yourself in the foot. Because if you cannot keep that up, you're going to actually be confirmed in that other behavior again. See what I mean?
Mhm.
Because if every day going to the gym is too much of a difference, right? You got to work and you got to, and then after a week you give up, you are back to square, not only square one, you're minus 10,
Yeah.
right? You could just confirm to yourself, like, look, it's better to stay indoors. This is not working out for me.
Mm.
So, how to go about it then? All right. So, let's say everyday gym for an hour is not feasible for you. Just go for 1 hour a week. Go do it once. And if that's too much, go walk through the front door of the gym and get out and do that 2 times,
Yeah.
right? You got to set yourself up for winning so you can end up in the plus 10. All right. So, yeah, that's a little bit of mindset.
That one is the best strategy right there because if you tell
That's,
someone to do that and they actually do it, if they walk through
yes.
that front door of the gym, they're going to be too
Yes.
embarrassed to turn around and just leave
Yeah.
immediately. They're going to, at least do something to pretend like they didn't go there for nothing. So
Yeah.
yeah, that hack definitely works. Just drive to the gym and sit in the parking lot for 5 minutes if you,
Yes, but you got to lower your goals here. So your
yeah,
goals is beach body. Okay, we're far removed from beach body. We need to get to a gym first.
yeah,
All right, forget about a training schedule. Just go to the gym. That will be your first mission. Just go. No matter what you're gonna do there. The
hmm,
first mission, the first step is to just go. Right? And some people who suffer from depression, for them, it's even getting in the shower is like miles away, right?
hmm,
So they find it hard to get up out of bed in the morning and just take a shower and take care of themselves, right? So, what is the mission there? All right, because their brain will say like, yeah, I'm gonna get in the shower, I need to wash my hair, I need to wash everything, right? They have all these excuses in their mind. Okay, so forget about washing hair. Just stand under that shower for a minute, get out. That's it. That's all you need to do. Just get in the shower.
Mm-hmm.
That's the
Yeah.
mission then. So you make it smaller, right? Bite
Yeah.
size. So you can keep up good behavior, and then you can propel yourself in the other direction pretty hard. But yeah, it's not a mindfulness mindset space by any means. Let's go have a look at that market, right?
Yes. And I did want to say what good morning to Coach as well. Aubrey
Yes.
Sir Grok is here as well. Who him and I we found ourselves in a video chat yesterday for Telegram. I saw the VC open and I was like, oh, I'm going to join this. And so then we spent an hour just kind of talking about fart coin and crypto, and got to know each other a little bit. So he's um, what is it? A big time Sui community member, and one coach's friends, and
Awesome.
a fart coin community member. So I told him about how we talk about fart coin on here, and and this and that. I'm
Yes.
actually ruining this what I'm saying right now, but you get the idea. You get it.
Funny, funny.
Yes, I made that
Good
super
to meet you,
awkward.
Sir Grok. I just followed you back as well. All right. It's
But
kind
yes,
of engagement wise on X. It's been kind of funky today. I don't know why people are. Must be summertime out touching grass or something. But
true.
market is hauling. Maybe people are
119.
checking out when they should not. All right.
We ate that dip pretty quick.
Oh
One
yes. Well,
one
it kind of
seventeen
was.
to 119.
Yes. Well, we're gonna pump it all
115.
the way back, right? We're gonna pump it all the way back.
Mm.
That is what's
The
gonna happen.
the
And
chart on the
yeah.
daily is wild looking with the wicks and going into the opposite directions.
Yeah.
But yeah. What does that have a name? That does, like, how like a dragonfly doji. It's almost like how
Let
a
me
doji
see.
is. If I go to
Yes, that's the dragonfly. Somewhat.
on the weekly, it's a dragonfly. Yeah.
Yes, not on the daily because that a dragonfly doji needs to have a little bit of a lower wick on top,
Mm-hmm.
smaller wick, because that indicates the bears are not there,
Right.
right? And
Right. Right.
so a dragonfly doji is a very short wick on top with a tiny, tiny body. The more tiny the body, the better.
Right. Yeah,
And
you
it
can
needs to
see
be,
one on
yeah,
June 2nd. June 2nd, there's an actual dragonfly doji. And then
yes,
I learned the other one is it was a grave doji, or it's a
gravestone. Yeah,
gravestone, yeah. And so what is
yes.
it called if it's right in the middle? Nothing?
It could be a spinner
Oh.
doji.
Oh,
Yeah,
spinner doji. Okay.
spinning top. Yeah, you
Sick.
find those at the bottom and at the top, right?
Mm. But yeah, very
Indicating reversals. Yeah, yeah.
bullish indicator though. The chart is incredibly bullish looking.
Well, depending on where they are. So for
Mm.
dojis, it doesn't matter what color they are. It's about the shape.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, let's do a one time and space around that, right? Pin dojis, spinner dojis, gravestone dojis,
Yes,
dragonfly
because
dojis,
I've ever since you pointed those out to me.
bullish engulfments. You have those too. Those are very interesting too. Bullish engulfments, bearish
Mm.
engulfments. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. If you know how to read candlestick price action, that's what it's called. So
Mm-hmm.
you're reading candlesticks, and you know what they indicate and what they mean. You can trade just based on that,
Yeah.
especially scalping. Yes, right.
Because you know
Especially
what's
scalping.
coming, or you can anticipate what's coming. For
Yes.
you it's usually a 70-30, or like an 80-20, even in terms of the probability that it's going to go the way that you predict, right? Something along those lines.
Yes, 80-20 would be a good move, right? Would be for sure a trade, or else 70-30 would be great, right? It's never
Mm-hmm.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
But if you see a dragonfly doji, that one is 90% sure. Where
Yeah.
that
By
that
now.
indicates a shit ton of volatility. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. So even though we're not looking that great on the daily with Bitcoin, right? Here's the thing: when it does not look good on the daily, but it looks good on the fourth hour, what are we gonna do? We're gonna try and get back to a previous price. That's what we're gonna try and do in the next 12 to 16 hours, and then possibly later this week. Um, From there go sideways down a little bit, touch this area again. So I'm thinking Bitcoin is gonna have like an average price of 119, 118 over the week. So we're going up and touch that again, up and touch that again, possibly a little sideways. And yeah, that's what I see until we blast off, right? But yeah, here's what we're gonna do, because institutional money is moving Bitcoin, and so we don't see that parabolic movement in Bitcoin for the moment, right?
Mm,
We go up, pump up, little sideways, pump up, little side, more of that staircase movement. And then retail, that's where parabolic moves happen, right? Where everybody starts to FOMO.
yeah.
Now, institutional money is already FOMOing, right? We kind of vibe with that. We kind of feel these vibes already. And of course, there was a little bit of release on the dominance. It was just 1%, but ETH is freaking hauling. So let's have a look at that, because that is quite interesting to now look at for a little bit. Even though the dominance will rise again, you guys, this is not all season yet. Forget about it, right? And uh, that rhymes with what is Bitcoin is going to do. Is Bitcoin going to make another all-time high? That dominance has to rise because there's no retail. It only drops when retail comes parabolic. That's where the dominance will drop. But there's none retail. Retail is historically low. And so that's a sad thing, right? Because I kind of made a post about it that Bitcoin is the only thing that is finite. Our monetary system is based on debt and endless money printing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so,
There's
as long as we got debt, that one Bitcoin is gonna infinitely grow,
right.
right?
That's like number one. That's funny that you say that. I was watching some infographic shows recently. They were popping up on my timeline. It's whenever Bitcoin goes to all time high, all of a sudden like everyone's creating videos about Bitcoin and why it's so great versus fiat. But they were talking about money printing and basically like shipping the number of shipping containers worth of dollar bills that were printed like
Crazy.
each year or whatever, and it's absolutely staggering. I don't want to like throw out false numbers, but like in the video, the infographic, they like visualize it with the shipping containers, like so you can see
Hmm.
how many of them it would take for all the money that gets printed
Yeah,
versus the one shipping container that can hold all of the Bitcoin if the Bitcoin was the size of a quarter.
yeah.
Um, so yeah, there's like things about different metrics
Yeah,
that you
that's a
could.
good visual. But
Yeah.
but the M0, like I just made a post up here, so please understand this. M0 is the actual cash in the system. Then you have the M2, right? And you have the M3. Now, M3 was a better measurement of what's going on in the market. But get this, they stopped giving out these numbers. They stopped giving out the M3. When did they do that? In 2006, right before the bank crash. So nobody knows anymore. They try to, it's very shady to get these numbers up. So M0 is the only way that we could be sure. And that is the actual cash in the system. So even if we don't see the numbers, anything else than that is credit or leveraged. And that is causing that debasing of currency.
Mm.
This is why we have Bitcoin. It's the only true fixed supply asset in the world
Yeah, I
of
just made
endless
a
money
post about
printing.
this yesterday. It's
Yes.
wild that you bring this up because
Yeah.
yeah, I used Perplexity to do a deep research report on
Hmm.
Bitcoin as a hedge against inflation and the response to
Yeah.
the housing market crash back in 2008. And so
Yeah.
Perplexity did like it researched like 80 different websites and like formulated a whole thing. Then I took all of that data, loaded it into Notebook LM, and then had it create a podcast for it and created a
Yeah.
list of 50 different reasons with ChatGPT that Bitcoin acts as a deflationary asset and a long term hedge, why it beats fiat, gold, and real estate for preserving value. And it's literally a list of 50 different reasons. So it just basically affirms what you say. It goes along with exactly what you're saying. But yeah, I mean,
Yeah, but
I
now
was,
the sad thing here is
mm,
there is no retail. This means retail, that's us.
yeah,
Anything not institutional money is us. And they
yeah,
call us short-term holders. And this is because something that, like I said, when you're a repeat in a loop, and
Mm-hmm.
there's something we collectively do repeat in a loop, and it has to do with poverty mindset. If you have a hard time making ends meet every month or every day for that matter, right? But if you do it every month, you are going to be shaken out because you do not have the diamond hands it takes for you to make that generational wealth. Somebody who's a millionaire is not worried about can they pay bills at the end of the month.
Yeah.
So that having that worry is actually preventing you from making generational wealth because you're going to be slapping it back and forth. You're going to be upset when it's down 10% because it means so much more to you. Your perspective is different than a millionaire perspective or big money perspective. And the more you suffer, so let's say a monthly ends meet, but there are people who find it hard to make ends meet on a daily. The sooner they sell, right, somebody might huddle a little bit longer when you're having these monthly not making ends meet, but somebody on a daily, like we said yesterday too, give them a moon bag and they will sell it 2 days later because that's,
Yeah.
but yes, they're very much in the moment, but it also keeps them from building, right?
Right.
And so, and also there's this perspective from Bitcoin, like you need 50K to, you need at least to buy one Bitcoin to play the
Mm-hmm.
game here. And that is
Mm-hmm.
false as well,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
No, you do not. And this is the same as we started out this show with. Start DCing a little bit of what you can not worry about. Yes? So
Yeah.
that's the magic thing here. If you worry about your bags all the time and you're watching a 1 minute chart because you're worried about that money because it needs to do something,
Right.
right?
Then that's not
And
money that you
that's
can
not
afford
how
to
a millionaire
lose.
does it. No, they do
Right.
it and they have a very clear expectation of when that money needs to make money. And they will say like 4 years, 5 years. But
Yeah.
if you're in there with a bag that needs to do something for you, then you're look at things very, very differently, right?
Yeah,
So
part of me wanted to keep track of the wallet address of the one guy in Nigeria that I had sent the $5
yeah,
to, because part of
yeah,
me was like, I wonder if he's just gonna rotate it out like right away. Um,
yeah,
but
probably.
when he told me he makes like $12 a month or something, and
Yeah.
Fartcoin had just ran, so I
Okay,
was like, yeah,
look, what you just, this is the thing, Tick. You need to get yourself in his shoes a little bit.
yeah,
If your income is 5 G's, you just gave him 2.5 G's worth.
right, right,
What do you
yeah.
think is going to happen? He's not going to huddle on. You wouldn't.
He's gonna think he has money to play with now. He has
No,
money to burn.
money for food.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and that's what I was. You know what? If this does help him in that regard, because I don't know he could. For all I know, he might be wealthy,
Well,
but
this
or
is
he
the
might not
thing.
have a dollar to buy himself a bite
Well,
to eat. And
this is
that's
the
like really
thing.
sad.
Why this is exactly why giving money is very unhelpful because it's not the money.
Yeah,
It never
yeah,
is the money. It's the
yeah,
fucking mindset. It's the same as look. It's all mindset here for real. I just want to hammer this down.
mm-hmm.
You can make money in crypto by engaging on Twitter, by having a ref link or having a referral link for something to sell. But all these people are just not holding on long enough for it to make it work. Because
Yeah,
why? Because they need money now.
yeah,
So they try for a week and it's like, see, it's not working. And it's like, this is consistency in time equals
yeah.
to success, right?
I was thinking
But
about
they
that
cannot be
yesterday. Yeah,
consistent because the mindset cannot be consistent with that, right?
yeah,
It's the opposite of that. And that's why you see that collectively in whole countries, you see a certain type of mindset, a collective mindset that keeps that whole country from evolving because
wow.
everybody thinks in the moment. But the people who then leverage that are the people that have patience, that have long term vision. These are the people that are going to win there very easily, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's no competition there. So just find something that works and keep doing it until it works better and better and better and better. There's money is already made. The tools, the things to get the money, they're already there too now. More so than ever in history before. You
Yeah.
can literally go to Chat GPT or Grok or whatever, and it's like, hey, how can I make money online? And it
Mm-hmm.
will give you tons of
Right.
ideas, right?
Yeah.
And then you'll be like, oh, that's something for me. Oh, let me look into it, how to make it. And it costs zero investment, just your time, zero investment. I mean, look, our parents need to go to a library to get some knowledge. Everything is at your fingertips. And the question is then, why are these people in these countries not on that like a mofo? You would think that they would be on. No, it's mindset keeps them from doing it, right? Keeps them
Mm-hmm.
even from thinking this is possible, and that is the problem. Looking possibilities, you cannot even see them when you have a mindset like that, because all that is in your mind is worry for today. That's it. Hold on, there's a package.
Coach, I do want to start working on that Lambo video. I didn't mean to ghost you yesterday. I got kind of busy and ended up not sending you a response. But to pick up where we left off, and I should probably bring you up on stage instead of just talking to you while you're down there. But I do want to make a video like that. I thought that that one was excellent. I've seen some other ones like that one, and yeah, I was gonna start working on something like that. So I want to create a short video of a bright green Lamborghini sports car pulling up to the sidewalk on Rodeo Drive, where a newscaster interviews the individual driving, gets interviewed by the newscaster, and says, "Wow, how did you make it big?" Okay, so I'm gonna start with this.
Good morning,
Good
Tick.
morning. Good morning. How,
Yeah, don't worry about that. I mean, we're
this shit
all busy,
happens.
busy, busy. I think it took me like an hour and a half before I actually sent you finally this video.
Yes, yes, yeah.
But
We were playing like a message tag anyway, so I didn't think you would take
yeah,
it personal. It's just like we,
yeah, no,
yeah,
no, never, never,
yeah.
never.
I assume you're not sitting around in front of your Telegram like, oh, is Tick gonna message me yet? Is he? Where's?
No,
I hope he
bro, no,
messages me today.
no, not
Yeah,
at all.
cool.
If you're not DMing me, then I have like 500 proposals
Hmm.
regarding marketing coming in
I bet you're
constantly. So
pretty. Yeah, you must be pretty popular now that that you've
I am.
unleashed the farts. Damn, it's crazy. The one that farts the loudest gets fed, I guess. Yeah, that's awesome. But yeah, dude, Rodeo Boulevard. So Rodeo Boulevard is a street here in Los Angeles that is like where all like the rich people go and shop and shit. So I think if this makes this correct, this could actually be a cool video. So a bright green Lamborghini on Rodeo Boulevard, and then a newscaster is there, and he's like, "Hey, wow, how did you make it big?" And then the person in the Lamborghini has got to say something. Maybe they just rip a fart. Maybe they say, well, they say, you want to know the secret, and then they like lift up one leg, and it's just like. And then the newscaster's like, "Holy shit!" Like something like that, right? You guys like that one?
I think it's genius, bro.
I had that
Um,
one, and I have another one, another idea that I came up with. It's a person's accepting a reward at a podium, like the Grammy Awards or the Emmys, except it's the Farties, the 69th Farty Awards, and the person's at the podium, and like, yes, and first of all, I'd like to thank, or most of all, I'd like to thank, and then she's like, and then like there's like a pause, and then the crowd like stands up, and there's like a roaring applause. Everyone's like so stoked that they just farted, yeah. And then it'll just be like fart coin, like the most impressive thing since sliced bread. Or that's a really stupid one, but yeah, I mean, this is how I come up with these
can
things. Is I just spitball like Bob, like just shoot them out, send, and then maybe like a couple of the ideas are actually like funny or usable. You know, I try to. That's kind of my creative process.
yeah. If you want, you can always shoot your ideas to me because I'm maybe not the most creative person, but uh,
You
I
have
criticize
credits.
well, but I
Oh,
criticize well.
oh,
So
okay, okay. Yes, yes, yes. Use you as like a screener to let me know what to change. That's some good. That's some alpha right there.
yeah, we
Um,
could do that.
Another thing too is when you might have time at some point ever. I don't know. I know that you're busy and everything, but sometime if we could use your credits on Whisk Labs and Flow as well to generate Veo 3 videos, because all of mine are used up for Google for Whisk and Flow. However, I mean I still use OpenAI and I use Veo 3 and Gemini and I use Veo 2 in AI Studio, so I know like all the workarounds and shit, but Google Flow and Google Whisk are both experimental labs applications that they're providing free credits to users to test out the software essentially, and they're a couple of the most powerful video creation programs with some of the most impressive results. It's just that I already fired off all my generations messing around with like dumb videos that like I used 1% of them because I was learning the software and I thought that my credits would like regenerate at some point, and now it's been like a month and a half. So that just throwing it out there. If anyone wants to help me with that, I would like to. We could go on Telegram, share screen, and I could do like walk you through generating these videos, and then you could even do it for yourself. So that invitation is open. I know that doesn't sound like a lot of fun to most people, but it would be a way to help support some of these projects. So just I thought I'd throw that out there. But yes, go ahead.
Do I have to connect my credit card in there or something like that?
No, no, it's just you just connect your Google account. You just can, and you can check it out for yourself if you go onto like your search bar and do Google Whisk, like WHISK. Then Whisk Labs pops up. You click on this, and then the application looks nothing like anything by Google you've ever seen. It's a bright yellow color. It's actually quite refreshing. I've grown to love it. And you sign.
I was just I was just going back in my Telegram DMs because a long time ago I had a very good artist who was using I needed to find his name, ImageFX Google Labs.
Yeah,
Super clean,
yeah,
super clean.
yeah.
We were creating like very cool art with that.
Yeah. Yeah, Whisk is absolutely insane. This is Google Labs FX, and so they do Whisk and then as well as Flow, and you can create the image. So I can still create images with Whisk, but I can't animate them right now because of I'm still waiting on more credits, I guess. But you can animate them as well. It's just so incredibly powerful what it can do. And then Flow is basically the same thing, except it's more designed for doing videos like with sound of like cinematic style things. But can you see my screen right now, Coach? Do you see the live stream or
I
no?
need to I need to go to the live stream.
Oh, no worries then. No,
Give me just a second.
I just have Whisk open, so I was just kind of showing kind of like what it looks like.
I have it open.
Yeah, so you can see on the left side, I have these three panes. There's subject, scene, and then style. And so let me see. So a style I'm going to do in this, let me see, the liquid or frozen ice. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll just do this guy. So I just took 3 random images. This is probably not going to turn out so great because of the images are so wildly different. But so it's going to be a cartoon style image of a guy and a computer and then a couple. So the guy and the girl are trading crypto in his bedroom, and he lets out a huge fart, and his girlfriend is right next to him with a shocked look on her face. Okay, this is actually gonna turn out pretty good, I think. Okay, and so I just can't, I don't know where that came from, but maybe like real life experience. But so yeah, it's gonna use these 3 reference images as yeah, this is exactly, I don't know if you can see this, but in seconds it created this image. It looks like a vector graphic, and the dude's sitting in his fart cloud, and he's trading crypto on his computer, and his girlfriend looks horrified behind him. And like, this is like a crappy.
Yes. So on my end, yeah, now they're coming. Yeah, now I see them.
Yeah, and so
Right.
I'm not gonna realistically like use this image. I don't really care for this one so much, but what I could actually do even is change the style. I'm going to change this to photorealistic.
And it added a Red Bull in there.
Yeah, I saw that. That was awesome. In a
Just the other
hyper.
day, I posted in a TG chat of a two 4-pack and two huge Red Bulls with the text that you're ready for the next leg up.
There we go.
I was loading
Yes,
it.
that is real. So you can see these videos or the images that it created. So I told it to in a hyper realistic photo style instead of that weird animation. And let's see. And so here now I've got this image, and I don't really like the result on this one, but you can see the Red Bull cans. It looks photorealistic. And he's sitting in his fart cloud. So I don't really care for the way that this one turned out, but let me see, open image in new tab. The quality on this image, I can zoom in and you can see it's absolutely incredible. And the fact is I created this in seconds with, so I mean, it just goes to show the possibilities and the capabilities of this application. If you hover over the image right here on the top left, it says animate. That brings up a new window, and that's where I could actually add motion to this. And I could say, the guy stands up and runs out of the room, and his girlfriend, I don't know, goes on to his computer and does some crazy shit. I don't know, but you could animate it and create animated videos with Whisk as well. So I just wanted to show this. This is free to use. You just log in with your Google account. And so the reason I bring this up is because I want to make some more Fartcoin videos, and anyone that would like to help me with that, I'd really appreciate it. Let me see. So I'm trying to make this. Okay.
But so theoretically, you could just give it like random images as well, and animate them, right? So you don't have to go through this whole process.
Yes, you could. Let me see. So for Whisk, you could, or you even without any image at all, or you could generate the images, or you can just, let me see. You could just go here. You can actually just type out whatever too, or you can import. Or no, yeah, you could just type out whatever image too. So I could just say a banner optimized for the web. For Fartcoin on Sui, let's make it stylized like liquid glass with soft gradients, shadows, and 3D elements. Let's make sure there's a drop shadow to create the illusion of depth and make the image visually beautiful. Okay, so that's going to be a good prompt. This will create a
I hope that everybody is taking notes right now, because Tic is teaching you how to prompt stuff.
Yeah, I've been prompting for a little bit. So this banner, I'm not exactly stoked on. This looks super retro. It looks like it was created in 2002, but this is, I didn't use any inputs on it either. It didn't have any reference seeds, so it just kind of, I hate how it's just an Arial font, very so basic looking. So what I could say now is I'm going to say, let's ensure the text is bold, cinematic looking with beveled edges and drop shadow. Okay, so hopefully this makes the text actually have like some depth to it now as well, because that aesthetic of the flat. So yeah, these are not turning out great. So for doing banners, this isn't my favorite model for doing a text banner anyway. They just, I don't really care for the results, but it just goes to show, I mean, how quickly you can do that. If you do want to make a banner, actually ideogram is really great for doing logos and banners and things like that. I'm going to go on an ideogram real quick. I know anyone that's listening, I'm just giving away some really cool tips.
I'm back too.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I'll stop giving.
Sorry about that.
No worries.
Hold on.
Okay, so real quick, create a banner and logo for Fartcoin on Sui let's make the logo a simple vector graphic 2D flat image of a fart cloud with the text alongside next to it with a modern trendy stylization. Make the banner visually appealing. Okay, so
It's so funny right now because the live stream is a little bit like lagging a
yeah,
couple of seconds.
there is a way to adjust that with OBS that it can make it like more the latency a little bit less so that it's more interactive. However, I haven't wanted to play with those settings because I haven't wanted to like make it so that do something that's unfixable. So I just made some Fartcoin on Sui banners. One of them I don't mind. One of them actually turned out could be used as a seed, as a reference seed into another program. Even I'm gonna download this image and pull it up. Yeah, it actually turned out pretty. Open a new tab. You can see here when I zoom in on this image, it's a simple vector graphic style image, but this looks like something that I would have created in Illustrator from scratch. This, and to do this from Illustrator and from scratch, even if I was working as fast as possible, I made this image faster than it would take to open up Illustrator, because Illustrator sometimes takes a second to load. I created this image quicker than I could have even opened up Illustrator. So yeah, it can
Right.
be very
Right now, just thinking about it. Well, what I want to say is that I see that a lot of people don't understand the lore of Fartcoin. They don't understand from where it comes and how it came to life.
mm-hmm.
So there were a couple of artists coming to our chat and asking whether they can do us a mascot or something like that. And well, I had to tell them that like it is Fartcoin. Fartcoin itself is the mascot of
Mm-hmm.
internet culture. So um, with the art, I think that the coolest way to go with it is just if we could bring Truth Terminal to life into videos.
Yeah, or now that you say that, that's brilliant. I love that you just said that, because now I said, please create a banner for, let me see, and do it in ASCII. Do it in text,
Yes.
like Truth Terminal. That's where you're going with that, yeah?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
also like Truth Terminal is giving out sometimes such gems. Like it's just a lot of fun, and we need to bring that from Solana over to here a bit, because in the end of the day, we want people to understand the culture, to understand what's the narrative and what's so cool about it, from where all this hype came,
Mm-hmm.
because this Truth Terminal can be very unhinged, and we need that type of energy.
Yes, and let me see. And Truth Terminal doesn't have any correlation with Truth.fi, right? It's not the same, is
Nope.
it? Okay.
Nope.
Yeah, because I just saw some. Did you see TSAI is one of the top performing coins today? I don't know anything about it other than, oh no, the market cap's only at 67K. What am I talking about? It's just a new pair, and it had a nice rally earlier. So it went up to, what is that? Anyway, I'm just gonna shut up. I was confused. I thought that maybe Truth Terminal had released some sort of another AI application or something. I don't know what I was thinking, but doing ASCII art. So with ChatGPT right now, I'm asking if it could do a banner for Fartcoin done in ASCII art style, text based art. And if not with ChatGPT, I'm sure that there's an application. If I go into Google real quick and do text-based art generator,
I know that our designer, I know that our designer was doing it all by hand.
yeah, and you can tell, not respectfully. I saw with the Fartcoin, like when I first saw it, like I because I used to do that when I was younger. Because I'm from the days of using DOS, MS DOS, like pre Windows. What was it, 1.8? Way back then. So I was on DOS and on the BBS. Oh yeah, I forgot you're a little bit younger than me. So the BBS was the internet. The
Keep
internet.
reminding me that.
Yeah, the DOS, or I'm sorry, BBS was the internet before there was a graphic unit user interface for Windows or anything. And so basically it was just a black screen. It looked like you were in terminal on your PC, and that was like the internet was just a bunch of text, and the pictures were all done in
I mean,
ASCII. Like
that's what a computer really is, right?
yeah, 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 minus yeah, without the graphical user interface. Yeah.
Exactly.
And but yeah, really cool. So I'm working on this right now. I'm gonna crank out some more
I will
stuff.
do some. I'll do some research a bit later in the evening.
Mm-hmm.
Regarding the, I'm just gonna try to find some golden nuggets for you. Because I was just thinking, like, if you go through my profile, I was sharing today a video. Mario Nafal actually made a post of two AIs switching over to Gibberlink and then communicating like that. And then I was thinking, like, people don't have any idea, like,
I don't know
what's our
Gibberlink.
lore. Well, just pull up the first.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. I'm reading about it.
Yeah.
Uh, it. Oh, it's the secret language that AIs created for themselves. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's some kind of a signal thing.
Wow. Yeah, it makes total sense, because why would you communicate in English if if you both have a language that you can understand better, that's more efficient and faster, uses less words. If it just uses symbols instead of entire words, then theoretically it would be much faster and more efficient. Huh. Cool. I want to make that Lambo Rodeo video. I was having an issue with Gemini doing it, so I'm still I'm gonna try Veo 3 again to see if I can do it in here. I was having an issue doing it with, okay, cool. But yeah, that's gonna be a good one. I like that that idea. How did you make it big? And the dude's in the green Lambo. But yeah, so hey, you want to tell us about Fart Swap?
No.
No. Oh, okay. So you don't want to tell us about?
Nope.
Okay, cool. Yeah, keep. Then.
No, I have.
That's funny.
I have orders from the dev.
Heard that.
To not
Okay.
say a thing.
Awesome. Cool. Well, then I apologize.
No early alpha for us, Tic. No early alpha
I'm
for
sorry.
us.
I thought I didn't
Not
know
yet.
where we were at with that. Sorry about that.
That's
Yeah, it's still early.
Nice.
you guys.
Pudgy Penguins released they're releasing a game, or they're gonna release. I don't know if you saw that, but that's been on the horizon now for a while. And I saw a screenshot or video capture of the gameplay that's gonna be coming up here. I don't know when the release is on it, but I've been talking about Pengu for a while. I'll find any reason to bring it up, because it was so awesome watching it go from 0.09 cents back up to, like, today it's at like 3 cents, or a little over 3 cents. But there's a video of the gameplay footage from their new release, and let me see, what is this? Sue Play coming soon. One of the talk. Oh, okay, no, that's something else. This is it right here. So, Pudgy Party, our competitive multiplayer game, is launching soon on the Apple App Store and Google Play Store. We are giving away a total of $5,000 worth of Pengu to 5 lucky people who retweet this and follow Play Pudgy Party. More information below, but you can see I've got the video up on the Jumbo. The game actually looks like really good. It's one of the best looking crypto games I've seen by far. And dude, I would actually play this, because especially if it's multiplayer, I'm very curious to see what the gameplay is like. Like I'm not really too into gaming or anything, but I would like to check it out just out of curiosity to see what it's like. And I'm really curious to see if they incorporate any sort of crypto elements into it, whether it's NFT skins or characters or something that would be really cool. And I know that they are working on things like that. Also, AI NPCs is in the process of being like the future of technology, which is like super dope. I just saw an example video that this guy had created a little simulation world using like a vibe coding app with 1 million like self-aware NPCs in this little simulation program, that kind of like a Grand Theft Auto type simulation city, but 1 million NPCs with like individual names and all that stuff. And so that is like what the future is going to hold, is NPCs, AI agents in video games that you can interact with, and they know you from Twitter. They know that, oh, it's Tic Web 3. They know me from TikTok and from Twitter and from YouTube, and the AI agent that I'm talking to in the game can recall information that I posted about on Twitter or what have you. And that's actually like a real thing that's in the works of being made. The AI agent NPCs interactive in video games. And even though like I don't think I'm going to be spending a whole lot of time doing that, it's still remarkable to see the advancements with AI and the different like use cases and what that's gonna hold in the future. I don't ask the art blame people. It wasn't Cholana that did the fart coin banner. I can't tell. Oh, what is this? Is this a butt? Cholana, what did you draw here, or is that a fart?
You need to copy it. It's just gonna say don't. If it contains the jump lines, it should just be say don't. But anyway, before I forget, hello everybody.
Hey, good morning.
About the language and symbols that these things
Hi,
are
Cholana.
creating. It's, so if you make this mental experiment where any idea that you have, any letter, any number, anything that your brain registers is a symbol. It only happens that your brain knows how to decode that specific symbol. So you
Mm.
have an image of something, and then you have a word in text, and then you have a sound. So then your brain decodes that. And when you know a language, so you know how to decode those symbols and decompile that information and transform it into ideas. So when you look at a string, at a word, you see the letters, each letter is mapped to a number, right? So each number has a sound, is an idea, it represents a symbol. So at the end, even if the machines are using a different language, the base is the same. It's those numbers, those ideas. It's just like a random number generator, what is going on over there. So language is pretty cool, man. Um, all the symbols, anything we do, is just symbols over symbols.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't thinking about it, but I just wanted to mention that. And I'm going to go back to work.
Right on. Yes. Wilder, do we still have you here with us, or did the delivery man come and take you away? You got a package delivered, and then we never heard from you again. Oh, nice. Here's the green Lambo video.
Sir, can we ask you a few questions about your incredible arrival? What brings you to Rodeo Drive today in such style? Sir, can we ask you a few questions about your incredible
That
arrival?
sucks.
What brings you to Rodeo Drive today in such style?
Unfortunately, he just walks.
Sir, can we ask you a few questions about your incredible arrival? What brings you to Rodeo Drive today?
Damn. God, it would be such a great video. However, when he's walking, he like walks through the hood of the car. Like his legs just like clip right through it. That sucks. Jeez.
In such style.
It turned out so good too.
I think it's time. I think it's time for you to blah, 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 to pay for Super Grok.
Oh yeah. Ooh, I wonder. Yeah, and so Super Grok, can Super Grok do videos?
I don't know actually.
Sir, can we ask?
Huh. Oh man, that was so. It was such a high quality video that it created too. It was actually one of the better looking videos. So I'm gonna go to ChatGPT and ask it to enhance the prompt. Enhance this prompt to ensure the video turns out best as possible using Veo 3. And I'm gonna go ahead and paste that same prompt into ChatGPT, asking it to enhance it, and now it's spitting out that new prompt. God, that video was so promising though. When it started, it looked like I don't know if you guys can see it, but the quality of the video looked amazing. The Lamborghini looks so nice. Jeez. Yeah, it's too bad that the video is pretty much useless because when he walks...
Ask you a few questions about your incredible arrival. What brings you to Rodeo Drive today in such style?
God damn. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and copy this new prompt. And I'm going to go back into Veo 3, paste this plain text. And then the other thing I'm going to do actually while I'm doing this is I'm going to go... I'm going to 2x myself by going to AI Studio right here as well. Go to Generate Media, go to Veo, and then I can go ahead and create with Veo 2. What? I'm at max capacity. Oh, no, it's letting me do it. Yes. Very cool. And then over here. Cool. Yeah, another way that I'll do it is I can use my credits that I paid for using OpenArt. But I try to use those as a last resort. I'll try using the free models to create my video and then reiterate my prompt depending on the result. And then once I'm out of free generations, I go over to OpenArt. And then hopefully by that time I have the prompts so that the result is closer to what my what I'm shooting for. But I don't know if Wilder, did we lose you, or are you still in the space
No,
with us?
I'm listening to you and I'm watching actually the live stream. Yeah.
Okay, cool, awesome. Yeah, I was creating a Lambo video for. Ooh, what's this? This looks stupid too. Why is the Lambo going backwards? Jeez. Oh my gosh. I'm having one of those days again where the generation, that's why I use the free models first, is because sometimes the generations are so wonky that I'm like, okay, I'm glad I didn't waste $3 on that one. Let's see. Oh, here we go.
Wow, how did you make it big?
Yes, this is what I was going for.
You finally got it.
Yes, this is exactly what I want. And now I'm going to have another scene where I guess it's going to be like a close. I'm trying to think how. Ooh, maybe I can add a photo of the image so that for the next scene, have it where he farts. And then she's like, oh my God. She's like, so that's the secret to success? Something like that. So, but can you see?
Tick.
Yes.
Don't overcomplicate it. Do it as simple and as clear as the video was, as I sent you.
Okay. Do you see? Can you see what I got on the screen?
I need people to understand it. You know.
Yes.
Don't appreciate your creative freedom.
Wow,
But,
how did you make it big?
No. Yeah. I just think when we go like a bit too crazy, then people are like, nah, I don't understand it. Because like people don't understand shit.
Yeah, that's a good point. So for the next scene, I need to go get my prompt for the next one now. So prompt to the interview moment. Okay, here we go. Cool. So now I'm going to say, enhance this prompt to make this video as best as it possibly can be. And then I'm going to paste that. And then I'm going to go back over to
So, and everybody listening in, What's the Ticker show has turned into a video production studio.
Yes, well, that's when I I love when Tic goes on a loose, and just sometimes I just sit back and just watch what he is
Wow,
doing
how
and
did you make
get
it
a little
big?
bit of Tic's world, right? We're in Tic's world now. We're Tic's head.
We might need to
Wow, how did you make it
have a
We
big?
new
might need to
space,
rescue.
Tick's World.
We might need to rescue this.
Oh God. I'm just trying to be helpful. I want to
No, you are. You are.
make some, and plus, and if anyone can learn anything from this too, this whole like workflow is just because like you see how quickly I'm producing, and so it really helps with the creative process and like coming up with more ideas and stuff like that. And yeah, I mean, it's like if these tools are free at your disposal as well, it's like kind of like, yeah, you should take advantage of these things because you can make some stuff that actually gives your project the feeling like there's like an enterprise behind it that's powering it, because how else are you creating these Hollywood style productions? Like this video is just absolutely incredible. Okay, so
Holy fart.
holy fart, what the fart. Okay, so I'm praying to the crypto gods, please make a good video. I like that post that Shibo posted yesterday that said if your total net worth is in crypto, there's no way that you're an atheist. I just thought that was a
That is true.
That's kind of a funny way to
I'm
put
on
it.
my knees every day.
Yeah,
No.
like please God, don't rug me.
All right, all right. I'm doing some. You actually inspired me to do something creative as well. So let's go ahead and do that. Right. Let's go ahead and do that. And I'm gonna make it like this. All right. All righty. And then we'll get back to crypto. But no, it's great, Tic, that you are being very helpful with the AI. A lot of people are not sure how to use this, right? And so very inspiring to have people engage in this way. Also, I'm trying to do these videos and stuff myself that are on my profile, because or else I have to pay my kid to make them. I have to pay Jasmine, and I'm tired of paying Jasmine, so I'm trying to do it myself. But it's hard. For some people, that prompting comes very very easily. But for me, that's not a natural way of thinking here. So I really got to sit down and be like, all right, let's. How are we gonna do this prompt? Yeah.
My journey in AI has been very unusual. I first got into it when Instagram had implemented Imagen into one of their releases. This was like last year. And that's when I was like, holy crap, because when I would, prompt it, I was coming up with like these insane, bizarre prompts because I was just messing around and sending images to my friends of just like the most like ridiculous scenes. And I just kept pushing it, like in terms of pushing it to the limits, in terms of making like the images more complicated or more unlikely scenarios, like impossible, surrealistic scenarios and things like that, to see kind of how to prompt and what the AI could understand. And by the process of doing that, it's kind of helped me learn like the syntax of how to prompt. And like and then on top of that, you can actually go to ChatGPT or I've mentioned this before, but you can ask AI to help you prompt. Like I just did with these videos, I asked it to enhance my prompt because I gave it basically a structure of what I want to do. And then I tell ChatGPT, go ahead and enhance this so that, whatever, ensure that the video's visually appealing or whatever, or funny, extra funny. So right here, this is my next generation for scene 2. Let's see what happened here.
Wow, how did you make it big?
Fart coin.
on SUI.
Whoa,
Wow, how did you make it
dude.
big?
Oh my gosh, it's amazing. It's so good. Damn. I don't know if you saw it, Coach, but
Wow,
oh,
how did you make it big?
No, I
Fartcoin
didn't.
on
My
SUI.
connection is so bad that if I'm trying to keep your live open and the space
oh,
open,
no
then one of them
worries.
is rugging.
So yeah, it's so good. The only part that I don't like is at the end he says Fartcoin on SUI. So maybe I'll use AI to create my own voiceovers, which that's pretty easy to do as well. I could even have her. I could do one of a girl's voice and have her go, "Oh, like, oh my gosh, how did you make it so big?" And then it goes over to him, and then I'll have AI do it in a voice, or I could even do it in my own voice, but it just say Fartcoin on Sui, and then it says catch the wind. Oh my gosh, it looks amazing though. And then for some reason the video ends with like this guy. It looks like the Prince of Persia or something. I don't know. It ends with something completely out of the blue. I don't know where it got that hallucination from. But this is so
Wow,
good.
how did you make it big?
Fartcoin on SUI.
Yo, maybe you can say
Wow.
something like I downloaded Phantom Wallet,
Ooh.
bought myself some Sui,
Yes.
and swapped it to Sui Fartcoin. Or
Yes.
just-
Okay.
Yeah.
You're right, because that's what they did in the Moonbags videos. That they were talking about how what he did. He says, all I did was stake a moonbag on, or something along those lines, right? But yeah,
Yeah.
he actually talks about the process of doing it. Okay, so I could go back to the prompt, and so okay, here we go. So what I would do is I would take this prompt and I'll say, change this prompt so that the interviewee's response is, I opened up a liquidity pool for Fartcoin on turbos. The rest is history. Cool. Let's see how this turns out. That's a good one then, right? I opened up a liquidity pool for Fartcoin on turbos. Or do you want me to use the example that you used? I downloaded Phantom and swapped.
No, it works. It works.
Yeah,
it works.
I think the liquidity
I think
pool
we're
one is
gonna
cool.
Yeah, I think it's cool because I know that we're gonna have something coming up with Turbo's team.
Yeah.
So that
Bullish.
would be like a nice one to add from our side.
That's perfect. That's so perfect, because then you can show them this too. Is I got to get the production level up, but let's say we get this thing looking super professional. That would be an awesome thing to present to them. Like, hey, look, like, just to show you how much we appreciate you guys, collabing with us or affiliating with us. Like, yeah, I mean, just, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, who doesn't love that? That shows like, hey, we're in this together, Yeah, it's like they say, like it's the thought that counts. Well, not always. Sometimes it's the action that counts too. You know what I mean?
Are you ready for
Well,
my
it's
musical?
always the action.
Yeah,
Are you
exactly.
ready for my musical intermezzo of my creativity in the last 3 minutes?
I'm so excited.
I'm
I genuinely
know.
am.
I don't know. It's a little edgy. I'm kind of feeling a little bit under the weather. Maybe it's because of pox, right? Maybe it's because of pox. I'm just saying. Anyway, let's go. Come on, let's go. Yeah, here we go.
Yeah. All seasons the crowd.
All season is back.
Yo, fuck this system. We burning it down. Bitcoin's my blade. All seasons the crown. Lock in, motherfucker. We're drowning the wave. Stack for the bloodline. No foot in the grave. Blockchain savage, I'm ripping the chains. Bitcoin's my venom, pumping fire in my veins. Portals through the carnage, spit on food, no fear. Generational wealth, my king rule for years. Satoshi's my phantom, dodging feds, no trace. Crypto's my war, I'm a god in this space. Lock in, bitch, or get crushed in the dirt. Bitcoin's the blade, all seasons the hurt. Back for the throne, let the dynasty rip. Lock in, motherfucker, or you sinking the ship. All seasons of blood, bad markets bleed for
Well, the guy's really screaming, huh?
Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. That's that sounds like Papa Roach or something.
Oh, yeah, kind of. That's not what I asked for, but it did it.
Oh man.
Lock in, bitch. All season is back.
Yes. Wow, 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 wow. He sounded
Yeah,
like
you know, I just made a cup of tea as well, you guys, and my a little phlegm going on here. Anyway,
I had something playing in my head earlier how we were talking about my pumps, my pumps, my pumps, my
my
pumps.
pumps,
Yeah, my
my
pump.
crypto pumps.
Yeah. And then
I'll sing it for you. My pumps.
the say my chain. Oh, well, you didn't like say my chain.
Say my chain.
Yeah, I
You're
like that
acting
one.
kind of shady.
That's so good.
Ain't calling me baby.
That's good.
That is a lot of fun. Uh, yeah.
Wow, how did
All
you
right.
make it
Maybe I
big?
should take some singing lessons now.
Mhm.
Before everybody leaves this space. See, everybody's leaving. That's what happens when I start to sing. Anyway, it's just that, yeah, I just got some inspiration because I'm looking at people's behavior in crypto, and it's just sometimes it gets to me even, right? I'm just like, look, can you not see? And that's maybe because I know a lot more things and I'm deep diving every day into crypto and what's going on and these numbers, what's going on in the world, who are the players, how are they setting themselves up strategically, and how are we in all of this, right? And it's evident quarter 4, this is going to pump so hard. And still, there's all the hallmarks that if any idiot can see it, right? And still they're selling. It's like, what the hell is, you're gonna get so left behind. It's not even funny.
Mm.
It's not even funny. This is not the time. Now you got to dig in. All right, you got to be locked in. You got to dig in your heels and double down on things that you see have perspective. We do not know the future. We know that there's an awful lot of money coming for the alts, right? It is going to happen. It's just time. And is it going to happen right now? No, I don't care. And I know you can't get stumped off because people have been calling alt season all day, every day for forever since last bull cycle.
Yeah.
Right, basically, yeah.
Yeah.
And so, but it takes its time to cook, and Bitcoin is cooking trillions, not billies, right? Trillies, right? And is
Yeah.
so this is your chance. So I'm just doubling down on us and the village, and the people willing to ride, right? And everybody else just gets left behind. We cannot take everybody. I just got to realize that sometimes too, right? You cannot take everybody with you.
And you know what's monumental right now? I just do want to mention this. So last time Bitcoin was at all-time high, Ethereum, this is off of my memory. I don't know if this is exactly accurate, but Ethereum was sitting at like 2,200 and Bitcoin was at like 112,000 or whatever. Today, Bitcoin is at 119.3 and Ethereum's sitting at 3.3 thousand. So we're seeing these because there's a lot of divergence before where the Bitcoin dominance, I guess I don't know if it was because the dominance was higher, but Ethereum was down bad. Ethereum was down very bad, and let me actually do an overlay so we can actually see what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And so when I do the overlay and I go over to, I'm on the daily, and we can see this. I think I was right. What's going on here? Regular. Okay. So here, where is it? Right here. Is it here then? 109. And then, let's see. Yeah, there was this divergence though. I'm not finding it now, but Bitcoin was at all-time high and Ethereum was sitting down like at like 1,800 or 2,000. It was down really bad. So I'm trying to find, when was that? But anyway, yeah, Ethereum's just
Well,
up like
Ethereum was
crazy.
1250 last May, right? So, but look at Ethereum now. Ethereum is number 2, right, in
Right.
crypto, and I can now predict what is going to happen. You can quote me on this later, right? So Bitcoin trading at 119. The dominance just dropped 0.5%. Now I already went to the in and out flows. I went through all of that this afternoon already. It's gonna pump Ethereum, right? That half percent is full on in Ethereum. The rest of the market is pulling up. There's some retail in these alts. There isn't much going on there at all, except for your layer ones, right? They get some push. Uh, what's going to happen is this: part of that Ethereum outflow is going back into Bitcoin, and it's going to move into Sui, and it's going to make Sui rip next coming week. Yeah,
So
very clear.
load your bags now.
Well, look, Ethereum is this is the 1-2 game between Ethereum lately and Bitcoin. This has been a trend, right? Bitcoin pumping, big money is pumping Ethereum, right? And so they're gonna take profits and then put it back in Bitcoin for the most part. And what's left is going for 50% to Sui. So Sui is gonna pump, and Sui looks ready to pump too, right? Because it's broke out. Yeah,
what do you
bottom is almost in for Sui on the fourth hour, right? Holding that $4 floor. That's not. I'm not seeing that drop. Maybe 395 would be a thing, but I don't see that drop anymore. Even though that daily looks overextended, but Sui doesn't care so much for that RSI on the daily because it's a young token. So fourth hour is more indicative of this. But then, if you are zooming out, you see that a golden cross just formed for Sui on a monthly, and these are, even though it's a young chart and the monthly is way in the future for Sui, that screams quarter 4 ugly pump for Sui. Ugly pump for Sui because it's on a cross on a monthly, and it's his first golden cross on a monthly ever.
Oh, yeah, I'm looking at
So
it.
yes. So yeah, right. That is going to happen. We've seen it happen before. Bitcoin hauling, and then of course, not everything, but a big chunk of that Ethereum profit taken is going to be pumping Bitcoin again. And so I assume Bitcoin be 121 soon again too, and then it's going to move sideways a little bit between that 123. What was it, 123 and 118? Right, and do that 1-2 with the Ethereum. I see that really playing out. The dominance hasn't dropped that far for other alts to really run hard, or your utility to run hard, I should say, right? Because these layer ones will always pull up, they will always get some volume. It's just not even Steven volume, right? Some get more than others. And so all these layer ones will do this. So layer one should be in your portfolio. Solana, right? Other blockchains, Solana, Sui, XRP. What else we got here? Some dark horses, Sei, right? Core Chain, Injective, right? Tau, Bitensor, Sonic, dark horse, right? Sonic Chain. Yeah, you kind of want those Doge. You want to have these packed, right? You want to have your bags packed there already. Still, when I'm looking at for my DCA, all of these still underperforming, undervalued, right? So still good to DCA. You're not missing out on nothing. Right? There's trillions coming for all of that. So just make sure you're locked in, that your portfolio is locked in. The time to fucking around and finding out is over.
Mm-hmm.
You got to pick some ponies here, right? And because when you do, you actually get blessed with the candles, and we all know it because we see it happen with Pox, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, everybody just like, yeah, floor, impatient hands out, boom, 200%, let's go, right? And
Wow.
this is for the people who bought the fucking floor and DCA'd and held it. Correct me if I'm wrong. They get the most access. That never fails, so go ahead, right?
Mm.
Yeah. Buy a floor, believe in freaking something, and huddle on. That
Inf-
whole flippening is gonna cost you generational wealth the next coming 6 months.
mm. Infinite
I
Sui
understand.
glitch. Infinite Sui glitch. They
Yeah,
were
but
in
that's
here.
really good.
They were in here with us the other day, and I really wanted to talk to Dev to learn about the project. But I bring it up because the last couple days it was like right now it says it's up 63% on the daily.
Yeah.
So and like I bought some a while ago, it's been sitting there for the last 2 months, and the last couple days, I'm like, oh, cool. It's like pumping, but I'm like nervous because I'm like, okay, do I buy more, or I don't know. I don't know enough about the project to be super bullish on it. But the Twitter page is live. Let's see, it was March. It was launched in March. 2% tax of the pool dividend and SUI directly into your wallet. And yeah, it was up 55% on the daily. Now it's up 63% on the daily. I'm really not sure. I don't know. What's your impression
Look,
of ISG?
I want to, the whole difference, like every token on SUI that has a pulse will get volume.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you kind of want to distinguish what's worth holding. Well, the kind of you want to hear in the spaces, right? You kind of want to talk. You kind of want to know. You kind of want to know who's behind there. Is there some brains behind there,
Right.
or just a fun person? Could be that too. But who, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so that's where a little bit more. My back favors there a little bit more, but I foresee, like it happened last time, that and anything will get traded on Sui at one point. I just that is gonna happen because there isn't much. So people are gonna try and repeat the process that they did before. We saw this with Hippo, and then the second wave meme coins coming up, right? Second wave meme coins, Axel, Nami, Blub, Suimon, Suiman, whatever, right? We got going on there. These all, and people were just rotating in and out and making business, right? And then the next one got launched, boom, that one was sent, regardless who was behind it, or even having a freaking Twitter profile. That thing got traded. And so what we see happening, that craziness, is what we see happening all the time on Solana. That is going to be on Sui, but then for a handful of tokens each time, right? So there's actually things are flying out of hand over there. So if you're not ready, go to my bio, get your Raiden X, and get it set up for, maybe you don't want to do it now, but when the time comes, you have it set up and you can just insta trade there any meme token on Sui. I love Raiden X for this, right? You really get a good scope of what's going on. Every little watch list on there. You make a new wallet, so your main wallet is safe. And yeah, yeah. Also, I see a lot more being posted about that board toilet club. I minted some. I still need to send you yours.
Oh yes, please.
And
Yes.
I kind of want to make maybe do a little call in private ourselves just to figure out the trades there so we can help out. I know there's some glitching between communities there. I'm not into that. I trade what I like. Everything will do well. There's no need to be fighting. Okay?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, I feel that. And that's the philosophy that works for you when you see large corporations come together. Usually, it's a synergistic result as versus when you see them trying to compete against each other and tear each other
Oh yeah.
down. It's very like off-putting. It's very like unattractive. Look, it's like, why do
Okay.
you need
So
to?
here's the thing: the coin that people love the most, that's where all the profits are going to.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't it so? I love Bitcoin the most. In the end of the day, everything will go to Bitcoin, right?
True.
And so, in the mini, that will happen too, right? You have your favorites on Solana. That doesn't mean that you won't buy an opposite token, and then when that one is topping out and running in all season, you're gonna take that and scoop it back in your favorite token, possibly, if that still needs to pump, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so it is bad practice to be against anything. I mean, we shouldn't be against any, unless it's a scam and obvious ruggery going on, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Also, you don't forget about your Mona. Go faucet that B,
Oh,
right?
yes.
And do some transactions. I just did. I sometimes got to remind myself. I'm a sticky note, right? Still got to do this. There we go. Coach is coming up to speak. I know that was triggering. You- Let's go, Coach. I see some gems in here too.
Oh,
Coach, you're
nice.
back on stage, my guy. I smell it. Watch out. Coach is maybe having some connections issues. But anyway, coach is here. I see well, uh, Achi, I forget. Aki, Achi. Help me out, Tick.
H.
H, I'm butchering names again. I don't, I'm so happy with you. Yes, from the I see a lot from the Fartcoin community. You guys, that Fartcoin is also such a no-brainer, right? It's such a no-brainer. Tokens that have an overlapping taker on many chains always do well, right? And even if it doesn't go to 2 billion like Fartcoin on Solana, it will still haul a lot, and especially when Sui goes crazy and is in blue skies, these things can really go nuts. There's a great dev behind it. He knows what to do. I based on that, would also my guess that he knows what to do to push this project forward in the future when that ugly volume does come in. And so, the one on base is very performing very, very well. And just realize that base is getting the number two outflow from Ethereum, right? But Sui is number one. So this is like everything on Sui is kind of a no brainer for me at this point. Everything looks set up and ready. Coach wants to get back up here. We're trying, Coach, trying to get you back up. Yep, yep. There's some things in the making for Fartcoin on Sui, right? And also, talking with the Turbos team and stuff, because I reckon I got some love from them just based on the volume it took. And holding a great floor. I mean, that 450 floor looks really, really juicy, coming from nothing within a few days, right? Yeah, Coach, go ahead.
Hey, how's my connection?
You're good
No,
right
yeah,
now.
you're good right now.
Okay, so I was
E-
just listening in, and
Elon
I was.
loves you.
I love you all too. Yeah, I was feeding the dog, so I couldn't say what I wanted to say before. But Tick was talking about the infinite Sui glitch. I'm not a holder myself there, but what alpha I can give is that the dev is doxed. He was in Dubai base camp, and people who were there said that he has something cooking. He didn't disclose anything, but yeah, seems bullish. Keep holding.
Wow, cool. Cool.
Yeah.
That's really good to hear.
Yes, you guys. Every like it's when it's like I said when the devs are out talking and stuff. That's when you get a little bit of a fact from fiction, right? And I think we landed now in an era, especially on Sui. If you're not transparent as a dev, you don't have to do it every day. You don't have to be like that, but at least talk to your community. I think the time of shady devs, devs never hear. It's always community member talking or community member in the TG and dev not making a post or something like that. I mean, we're past that, right? People love that kind of stuff. It was like, they were like praising the dev who was never there.
What?
Yeah, like it's this godly person sitting on a throne somewhere. Yes, for real. It was, 2 3 years ago it was like that.
Wizard of
Def
Oz.
was, yeah, Def was like the guy who was never there, the elusive Def, right?
He's like a superhero.
Yeah, and then when the Def just said one thing after a few months, just one thing in the TG, everybody was like, oh my God, he's blesses us with a good morning. And it's like, oh, he said good morning back to me on X. And it's like, well, yeah.
Yeah,
I know
that's
that they're busy people, but you're not made of gold.
yeah, they're not royalty. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that I think we're past that. I think we need a little bit more transparency to grow to foster some trust, right? To actually have investors, because if you want to have people hodling a coin, they need to then make an investment for a longer time, and so right, you want to be a little bit transparent about yeah, who you are, what you want to do, right? A little bit of a vision, and yeah.
Is Sui glitch in the space here because he just started following me? Very
Oh,
interesting.
We can. Well, you know what? I was just Lurky. Lurky was actually, I don't know what I was on Lurky, but I was one of the in Spaces, one of the most talkative about Sui and Sui memes. So Lurky was calling me a KOL on Sui,
I
which is
opened up a
funny.
Fartkin
I
liquidity
saw
pool
that
on
Yeah,
actually.
turbos.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Bullish.
I opened up
Bullish
a
yeah.
on you.
Fartkin liquidity pool
Well,
on
I'm always the
turbos.
I've been the most vocal about Sui
I
for
opened up
a
a
year and a
Fartkin
half,
liquidity
right?
pool
And
on.
it's always impressive to see other people when the volume comes in, they suddenly are Sui maxis. It's always fun to see that because I'm not a maxi anywhere, but I just recognize when what I recognize, right? And then I talk about it, and it did well for my village, and it's gonna do well again, right? Because I want winners to win with me. That's what
Hmm.
we're all about. But yeah, let's if we so lurky, we're kind of word
Yeah.
like this, like you're talking about, you're using words like sui, like fartcoin, fartcoin, fartcoin,
Or
right? So if you
monkeypox.
monkeypox, monkeypox.
That
So
was
if
one
you
that
say
actually trended. Yeah.
yes, so if you say that a lot in spaces, lurky will pick up on it, right? And it will put it in a mind cloud. So that's why it kind of did that for
Fart
me.
coin, fart coin,
I
fart coin, fart
exactly.
Yes,
coin, fart
Uh,
coin,
fartcoin,
fart coin.
fartcoin. So
so,
you can just see
Coach,
it as
when are we
fartcoin.
opening up the fart coin space, and we all just sit there saying fart coin over and over
You can do that.
for 30
Well,
minutes
Right.
straight? Yes.
look, I'm all for it. I think it's a load of fun to do. I don't know who wants to do it with me, but I'm all for DJing things like this, right? Do some guerrilla marketing this way. Let's
Hell
just book up a
yeah.
space and call it the gas space, right? And a fart station space. Everybody can
Ever
get free
since
gas.
ever since we launched, um, I've been I've been thinking about getting all three farts on space together, but unsuccessful so far. So if somebody can connect me with right people, please,
That's gonna
I
be
can
hard.
I can pay you three sui
Yeah,
or something.
yeah. I could give you some gas, right?
Yeah,
Give
that because that would be banger.
yeah.
Because that would be banger.
Well,
Giga fart space.
the thing to trigger it is to just be loud about it. So
Yeah,
let's
yeah.
make like a fart coin space, just fart coin. No, no fart coin base, fart coin, not specify fart coin. We're just gonna hold a fart coin space. Hashtag fart coin space. Free gas. The free gas station. So, and we'll just keep airdropping like we did before, right? Everybody leaves their wallet. We can airdrop them gas, but it's going to be Fartcoin on Sui. But other people will then join that are maybe not Fartcoin Sui, but Fartcoin base or Fartcoin Solana.
I'm all for it. I'm all for it.
We need to make a plan for that. So,
Yeah, yeah. It should be like pre-hyped and all that. I'm I'm pretty classical. Like I do a lot of like cold outreach in DMs, and sometimes it is successful. Most times isn't.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, I'm just slowly
Well,
running
it's
out of
just
names to
it's
connect with.
yeah, but look, it's also hard for to have a sub 1 mil project connect with a
Absolutely,
billion market cap project, right? They are going to be
that
like,
is
who
correct.
that? Who that coming knocking on the back door here? What is this, right?
Yeah, what do they want?
Yeah.
Exit liquidity.
But yeah, exactly. Yeah, who knows? But I think maybe just do a Fartcoin space where we just I'm down for even I'm buying a little bag of Farcoin on Solana and just start airdropping gas too, like randomly from Sui and Solana. So let's just keep
um,
everybody happy, right? Cross chain.
what I wondered actually, it could be pretty easy to set up with Kid and Walt, I guess, because they have the audience already.
Yeah, but Kid and Walt want some money.
Yeah, I know that. I know that.
I know Kid and
But
Walt want some money.
but we have a
I'm at this point the
strong
only
group of
one who
people.
does this for free, you guys. I'm giving a free platform. I'm not even joking around, right?
Send your wallet, daddy.
I know all these space hosts. I know their rates.
Well, right now, Farcoin community is pumping your space, so I guess it's a win-win.
Yeah, look, I don't, it's the same for the I shield dojo. I was shielding my bags as well, and
Yes.
it's just like, look, I don't want to be tied to words that I can or cannot say. Hello, can we just knock it off here? Thank you. So, I don't want to be bound by somebody paying me and then I cannot ask certain questions that I like to ask,
Right.
right? Or I
Right.
need to stick with the program, and I hate doing that, something that goes against, and that would make me cranky and not wanting to hold the space to begin with, right?
Yeah, because
So,
then you can't be authentic. If
oh,
you're
I cannot
if
be, yes.
you
And
can't.
if I find something bearish around it and I
Mm-hmm.
want to ask a question, like, how are you going to solve this?
Yeah.
I know they're gonna later be in my DMs like, why did you ask that question? Like, why are you
Exactly.
asking tough questions? It's like, yes, well, I kind of, I'm bringing my village in. I'm the one who needs to ask them these questions, right? So don't pay me. Fine, I'll buy a bag. I'm
There.
not. I'm not a pauper. I'm a whale, right? I'll buy my own bag. I don't care. I don't need $200. But yeah, that's just me. My income is not related to spaces or X to begin with, right? I do future trading on a daily, and this is just a load of fun for me because I like to channel my inner DJ, and I like the meme culture, right? I like to stay connected this way, right? Because if you're just doing trading, you're not connected to anybody, right? It's very boring, very alone, right? Just, yeah, do your trades.
In a
Oh,
vacuum.
yes,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, always. Yeah, you're doing that alone. You're not talking to anybody, right? You're not having any fun. It's not fun. It shouldn't be fun. It's very boring. And but yeah, that's my income. It's I don't right. But this is all for me. Is just a load of fun. Right? I think that's fun. I think it's fun to go to Bitcoin conference with something related to the Farcoin hat. I'd be like, yes, guys. I love to trigger those guys with meme coins because they are triggered by that stuff. I triggered them with Pepe a whole lot too, right? And I think that's fun. So I'm just rolling with it. You know how much slack you get when you're a little bit more degen, especially in the strict whale groups and stuff. It's like you're too degen.
Mm-hmm.
Just the fact that I have an avatar that wears a shorts and a crop top, or when I show a picture of myself in the gym, people take offense to that in these groups. You're too degen.
Fuck them all. I say fuck them
Yeah,
all.
me too. I was like, you know, hey, I do me. I don't get you triggered. That's not my problem, right? It's just like, yeah,
Jack them on.
yeah, right. But yeah, that's why. But I don't care. But that's how it is, you guys. I mean, people are like that, right? So, but and I'm just sitting here laughing, and that's why I love the whole meme culture because and I love when memes have some utility that helps the project forward. Sure, sure. But initially, for me, it's just about the trigger effect, right? So, fartcoin is a hardcore trigger word. I mean, look,
Mm-hmm.
you come down there like a business lady with your fartcoin hat on a Bitcoin conference. Heck yeah, right? I'm gonna have a lot of fun. Just the reactions, yeah, and so it just shows that you do not need utility to pump. So it exposes all that fake utility that's out there, fake AI utility and shit, right? And of course, he's recognized that you bought that token to make money. That's where the meme comes from Bitcoin. I'm in it for the tech with his gold jewelry and stuff, right? I'm in it for the tech. Yes, sure. A lot of people that are trading don't even know about technology, and they
Yeah.
don't care
Yeah.
as long as they
Yeah.
can make money. Right? I mean, look, and that's what
Absolutely.
yeah, that hypocrisy lays it. The meme tokens, they lay that pretty bare. Hello.
I've known people with like $10,000 bags in project in blockchains and crypto projects, and they have no idea what the utility is or what it
Yeah.
does. All that they know is that somebody said Chainlink was a smart buy, and so they put
Yeah.
like 10 G's into it, and they have no
Exactly.
freaking idea what its
They have
purpose
no idea
is.
anyway. So
Yeah,
it
that's
should
real.
also be a meme coin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So because they didn't do any research, so it's you're in it for the tech, and there's a lot of people who are like, but it has this utility, and it's like, well, You have an AI generator in the TG, and now you're calling yourself an AI token. It's all good with me. I invest if a lot of people believe, then I believe it too, right? I pump my bag, but be real, right? Be real about it at least. Be like, yeah, well, um, you're just it could also be a meme. You strip that off, and then nothing is that big. We had a lot of these tokens last bull run too, under the guise of DeFi, and bullshit utility, another Dex, another this, another, and it was like Jesus Christ, when does it stop? And everybody was just like, oh, but it has this bot, and I'm like, yeah, so does 100 more,
Yeah.
right? It's not actual utility that is actually needed or is being used, or oh, we now have a Visa credit card that we can. Oh, beautiful, but how is this special?
Yeah, it's
So
weird.
yeah, yeah. And that doesn't mean that I don't support the tech more than anything else. I'm an investor I see myself as an investor in crypto at large, and my portfolio is mostly based on how relevant the tech is in crypto, very
Mhm.
much,
Mhm.
right? I keep an eye on that stuff. But we should also not close our eyes and just say like, yes, well, this is this fabulous utility token. And hey, XRP is a great example. XRP was nothing but a meme coin. If you cannot use your utility, then stop talking about the utility. But that is just went through hell, but everybody held because of belief. So if you believe a meme coin can do it, then it can do it too. So yeah, as I get off my soapbox with this.
Yeah, XRP's up another like 6%
Oh
or
yeah, man, pump
something
my
crazy
bag.
today. Was it at
Yeah.
three where was it? I saw it. Oh, it's 3-0? Oh, 307
Yes,
on
man.
XRP. So
Yeah.
we're up 5% on the daily for XRP.
Pumpy.
So yeah, great to see it. Love to see it.
Yeah.
I don't hold any
Also,
XRP
also
anymore, but
monthly, monthly cross, right?
oh, on the
Oh man.
XRP as well.
Yeah.
Is that for the first time ever?
No,
No, no, 'cause it's an older
no,
token. Yeah,
no. But every time it did,
rally
yep.
profit.
It's so. Yep, yep. So these monthly crosses are now starting to pop up left and right, and indicating following Bitcoin. Bitcoin has that monthly cross already. It has had that monthly cross already. Last month with that move up from the bottom. And that's when I said, all right, a quarter four is confirmed here, right?
Mm-hmm.
But okay, so we got to monitor that. We cannot say like, all right, price prediction wise, where are we going to be? Where are we going to be? Well, we got to monitor that because that could be wildly variable. So we just got to monitor that. But that 174 is in the cards, and so yeah, just wait for it. We have a few hurdles that we're gonna have to push through, go a little bit sideways on it, and it's gonna be that 130. I think 130 is gonna do it, and then but we also don't know if this is gonna be then the cycle top, right? Because this is the end of the 4 year cycle. Is this coming half a year? We're in
Mm-hmm.
it already, right? It's coming
Mm-hmm.
5 months, I should say. And is that then normally that's the end of the cycle, and everybody expects here Bitcoin to top. But the whole thing is that is not, retail is nowhere in sight. And if retailers keep nowhere being in sight, then this thing is going to just pump on in 26. And alt season will then be delayed. Now, we are going to get a relief session, right? When Bitcoin does crazy things, we're going to see a drop of maybe 8 to 10%. And that will make Sui pump all time high. Solana will go crazy, right? From 8%. We just saw what happened here now in a market with just 1% down, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's going to be then a relief. But if that dominance is not dropping more than 20%, if retail stays out of the story here, then we're going into a prolonged cycle. Then we're going into 26. Because usually what would happen is here we top out here, let's say November, October, November, you're going to do it, right? Top out. And then the end of 26 will be the bear market bottom, something like that. And then we're going to go and rinse and repeat for
Mm-hmm.
Bitcoin, right? But yeah, we don't know. We gotta monitor that. There's a lot of arguments now for a prolonged run, And there's good arguments too, right? It's not just nothing; it's good arguments. So so we just gotta monitor that, you guys. We gotta stay on top of that and see what's happening. For now, I see that dominance is not dropping anything further more, maybe 61, and then bounce back. Pretty much looks relaxed. And that indicates that it will pull up again, and then that's when Bitcoin is gonna make another pumpy back to all-time high, sideways from all-time high. Cannot lose that floor then. And Jesus Christ, they're really for it today, freaks. Little
They're
freaks.
excited.
Oh my God, they always do it. When I don't feel well and under the weather, they're just like extra annoying.
Irritating.
It's just like, yeah, yeah, they just trigger you. Um, so yeah, let's have a look. Hold on. I thought I saw something. Du-du-du-du. Yeah, yeah. Big XRP in the top three, right? That is going to be a thing. I see Sui coming for that as well. By the way, maybe not this round, but
I was gonna pop onto the Magic Eden Monad testnet.
yes.
Now because I've actually accumulated some Monad, not intentionally, but just because I haven't been actively buying NFTs and doing this stuff. So I've just been staking as I go, just to get my interactions, transactions up, and just to continue. And then maybe if I have enough Monad for a sick mint, that would be a nice outcome of that. So I was going to pop onto the mint terminal. Let's see what's going on in the world of Monad today. Let's see. It looks like we got nothing new I'm seeing on the terminal right now. Go on the Launchpad, Stars testnet. So just the same old stuff right here. So as we're getting closer to mainnet, which should be right around the corner, I feel like it's going to be here sooner than later.
Yeah. You want to listen to something fun? Some fun news?
Yes.
So Bulgaria sold off their Bitcoin in 2018, and therefore they missed a 25 billion debt payoff because they sold it. So Bulgaria seized over 213,000 Bitcoin in 17, and they sold them the following year. And that would have been, if they would have held it, it would have been more than enough to cover the whole country's public debt. Yes. Germany, by the way, did the same, right? They seized illegal Bitcoin and sold it.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That is crazy.
Damn.
It's getting punished. Yeah. That would have paid up the public debt. Yeah. Ethereum up 50% against Bitcoin, but still lags behind. Yes, very much so. So there's Ethereum at 10K, right?
Whoa.
That will happen. Yeah, that will happen. It still has a lot of resistance though.
I opened up a Fartkin
But
liquidity
yeah,
pool
that
on
will happen.
Turbos.
Also, gigantic golden
I
cross
opened
on
up
the
a
monthly, but
Fartkin
it did it
liquidity
already a
pool
little
on
before the other
Turbos.
ones did. Caspa looking strong here too. Yes, Caspa's on the move. Nice. Yeah, you guys, Doge to $10. That can happen easily. Yeah. You're
Yeah,
not bullish
that's
enough.
gonna be crazy. Doge to
Yeah, yeah,
$10.
yeah. You're not bullish enough.
Yeah, some of these.
Yeah.
That's
I see
crazy.
people fumbling bags for $10, right? For $10 profit, and it's like, that's not $10 profit. It could have been 10K profit.
I'm looking at Useful Coin, which is launched on Pump Fun, Pump Swap. It's 16 hours old. It's up 12,000%, sitting at 8.4 million market cap. So I wonder useless. I wonder where useless is now. So useless is at 5.3 million market cap. So useful is actually doing better than useless. Or the volume's at 23.4 million, market cap at 8.3, and then useless is. I was just looking at it. But yeah, what do you think? What do you think about useless coin? That's actually proven. It's been a contender for the last like week or so. Seems like if you've seen it on the timeline, the useless coin. I don't know what the lore is behind that one, but it definitely seems like one of those. Let me see on Radium liquidity 4.7. Oh no, it's 2 months. So no, it's 2 months old. The useless coin, huh? Market cap 332 million. Okay, yeah, I was way off. 333 million for the useless market cap. Liquidity 4.7 million. Fully diluted volume 33 332. God, that's crazy. So I don't even do nothing, get everything, useless. Yeah, I haven't really done any research into the world's first cryptocurrency that promises nothing and delivers exactly that. So it's a useless meme coin, the world's most honest cryptocurrency. And it's sitting at 33 cents. There's no way. Damn. That's so crazy. Over a third of $1 billion for a coin that's literally just calls it the useless coin. And so how does useful compare to all of these numbers? At 8.6 million market cap. This one, if I go on their website, it's by Useless Dev. It's the same dev? There's no way. God, this guy's raking it in then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Raking it in.
Yeah, hats off to him. Yeah, ballin'.
Yeah.
Crazy what's going on in the trenches. I do not want to diversify myself into any of these because these flavors of the day or flavors of the week are exactly that, and it's a good way to get yourself wrecked trying
It's
to.
time to lock in on your portfolio. Pick your ponies. Ride the train. Then you can get an amount, right, that you can then degen away with. But there's absolutely no reason why you should do that, especially now that we are gearing up for a big rally. Uh, and I'm not hyperbolic when I say the rally of a lifetime, because Bitcoin is going to do this for the first time. It's going to be in price discovery. Why are you freaking rotating around like a moron, right? Just double down on your ponies, right? And ride the waves, because the most access are coming for what? People who bought the floor, right? The people who hodl harder than you. And that's just patient hand versus impatient hand. And we see it even happening in Bitcoin. Retail out, bear market bottom, exchange numbers, while Bitcoin sits at all-time high. Are you freaking good? This is just an example of how people are selling out, right? And rotating, and it's gonna get you wrecked. Z wasn't lying when he said like, hey, you can't hold, you can't win. That's the thing. Can't
If
make
you
money.
if you can't hold, you can't win.
Yeah.
Yeah, hold on for dear life.
Yeah, well, there's something to say. This whole diamond hand culture got a little bit out of style because you cannot do this diamond hand culture with new pairs on Solana,
Exactly. I was
right?
just gonna
That is
say that. Yep, that's not gonna work.
no, no. But what are you trying to do there, anyways?
You're
Right?
trying to trade. That's what Solana is like built for. It's
No,
for
you're not trying
trading.
to. You're trying to P2P.
Oh
And
yeah,
then
yeah.
because that is just, it's like I was calling out some people in a different space and it kind of really went, sour on me because I just pointed it out. It's like you can be sitting here being like the like Jesus on your moral horse, right? But what were you doing on these live pairs anyway? You're funding the whole thing, but what were you doing there? It's like, yeah, these people who go to the hookers. I was with a hooker once, and it's like, okay, what were you doing there then?
Exactly. Yeah.
Right? Yeah, what were you doing there? Yeah, well, hypocrite,
On a
right?
moral high horse. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. You go there to flip bags, and you don't care about the project if you can just 2 extra bags,
True.
maybe 3 or 4, hopefully.
Damn. Yeah. It's cold
Yeah,
world.
but but what are you doing there? What is your business there? So don't fud it. It's you're a part of the problem. See, and this is why that. And they were like, yes, but it's like victim blaming. And no, you're not a victim. You went to that new life pairs on with your bull axe, ready to flip a bag.
Hell yeah.
Part of
Yeah.
this problem or
With
not,
a
right?
high a big appetite for risk. You know, that's
Yeah.
what brought you there was, the appetite
So
for risk.
so part of you is to blame for the culture that is there. You're being a part of it, no?
Yeah. Well, speaking
And we're like,
of
no, you're victim blaming, and now all of a sudden, not in our spaces anymore, right?
what speaking of, what about Fud the Pug? Did you see there's like legit FUD for Fud the Pug? I don't know if that's a part of
Yeah.
the is that a
But
part
here's
of
the
the
thing. This is
narrative?
how it happens. This is how it happens. They're calling out these as like, yeah, but this one rug this and this one hey,
Uh-huh.
right? I don't want to. I feel sorry for everybody who lost money in these things. But you had your life savings in there, and you displayed behavior that made you a victim. So you're a part of this dynamic.
Right, you made that
I'm
bed,
not
so now you
blaming
gotta
you for it. Nobody, there's just a lot of people have a difficulty sitting back and looking at things objectively and being like, it's the same for people who got robbed on the street. Yes, these robbers shouldn't be there, but here's the thing: there will always be robbers. But what made you vulnerable in that moment? Yeah, that got you robbed, and that is not to blame you. That is something that you need to learn for the future, right?
Mm,
Were you being naive and you had your wallet in your back pocket? But nobody should touch it. Of course, that is a rule. But we know humans don't stick to rules pretty well, now do they?
true.
Right? So you kind of had this flag of target without you wanting to be a target. You did have something that made you a target. And so there's some responsibility for you not to be naive anymore about these things. And you sit there like, yeah, that robber shouldn't have robbed me in the first place. No, that's true. That is very true. But you displayed some behavior that added to that dynamic, right? Made you
Well,
part of it,
it's
right?
even worse though, because it's like you went to the robbers convention, like the robbers were having like a, or the you went to a bar that's called like the Pirates and Robbers Bar, and you're like, why did I get robbed? And it's like, well, you went to place that's called Pirates and Robbers. That's kind of what it's like going to Pump Fun. It's like it should be called Rug Fun, or
Yes.
Pump Rug,
Well, oh, that's
front
it. What
run.
were you doing there, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, don't go there. That's the answer.
But Fud the pug.
But if you're a greedy person,
Uh huh.
and you want to have money by tomorrow, and you want to flip it around, and it's like, yes, but these and then they're gonna put the KOLs up there, be like, yes, these are ruggers, and they're good ones too. Try and look at this a little bit more objectively. If you would have sold your bag too and didn't care, so you're
Exactly.
now calling the what, right, the
Call him the
kettle
kettle
black,
black.
right?
Yeah.
Yes, that was your intention going on fucking pump fun too, no?
Mm-hmm.
Two X and don't care. All right, these KOLs are doing that just on a larger scale, and they took you in, but you have that inside you as well, or else you wouldn't have been in pump fun.
Exactly.
So don't be a freaking hypocrite. At least be honest. I just so dislike this.
So so what's the story
I
with
mean, I must
Fud?
be a little. It must be because I'm Dutch and I'm just daring to say these things, and I don't care who I offend. But we gotta keep it real. You gotta be first of all be real with yourself. If you ever want to fix that problem, greed
Mm-hmm.
is a part of your problem, right? You go there because you're greedy and you want fast money. That is all there's to it. And you sometimes have to look in the mirror and be like, yes, that's what I tried to do and I failed. I'm not crying about it and blaming somebody else.
Exactly. Yeah. Take some accountability.
Take some accountability and responsibility for your own behavior. But this is how this mind virus of community CTOs start to exist, because it's nothing more than a group of people who got stomped out, their
Yeah.
bags to dust, and now they're trying to save them. And what binds them is their mutual um,
Desperation.
yes,
Oh,
but
and the
also
trauma.
their mutual, yes, and their enemy of the person
Yes.
who wrote the project.
Yes.
But they bought the project to 2x. See? But you can't say that because we got to get this community thing. We cannot break that mind virus, right? We cannot get rid of the mind virus because or else everything would implode. And this is why these CTOs happen.
Hmm. Yeah.
So it's
Wh-
just everybody got trauma bonded. Everybody's now needing to work for their bags and somehow marry the token involuntarily, right?
yeah. Right.
It's
All of
yes,
a
well
sudden,
it
it's
is.
their life's calling. All of a sudden,
Yeah,
it's their complete identity is the token
and
that they got rugged
you know
by.
what? Sure, they get some volume. It will be all right, right? But don't be freaking delulu about what's going on.
Dude, there's people
Yeah.
that are still stuck on that the Kanye coin, the swastika
Yes.
coin that dropped back in I don't even know when that was now. It was a while ago now. It might have been February, but either way, there's still people that are on the timeline that are talking about how this is like um I don't even know how to describe it. Like the Holy Grail, swastika coin. And
Yeah.
for a while, I thought that maybe this was going to rally as well because the chart I hit like a 25x on it or something. I did really good off the pump. But the chances of it ever having like a revival or Hail Mary, it's just, I mean, it had a couple like weak attempts, but yeah, I
Well,
don't know.
look, whenever
Hmm.
you see these meme coins and they're still active, right? Whether that's being CTO'd active or dev active still, they take 6 to 8 months cooldown.
Mm,
And the least, even the big tokens, right? Even the blue chip ones. So every pump it needs a big cooldown, every big pump like that. They will never rally quickly again. Never happens. Especially not when in the bear market. It only happens in alt season, meme season.
what do you think about Giga Chad? Do you think Giga Chad will have a revival?
Oh yeah, but does it gonna do another all time high? Well, maybe who knows if the dev is doing some good work. But
Mm.
and that's the thing with these CTOs, right? These community thing. You kind of need a leader. Things cannot be run by a group at large.
Mm.
You kind of need a few people in place that know how to make deals with listings, that kind of stuff, right?
Hmm.
Or at least be out there willing to learn and um, pick up that work. But so we don't know. But look, if you're passionate about it and bullish, just keep it real. Why you are passionate and bullish about it? It's not because you're trapped, but because you're actually having fun, right?
Hmm. Yeah, that's a
If you're
good.
being trapped, if you ever find yourself trapped with a trap bag, cut loss. But if you don't want to cut it loss, right? If it doesn't do anything to cut it loss, because sometimes it does. But don't get trapped. Let's just realize what happened here and move on. Well,
Hmm.
because
Yeah.
the crypto walk of shame.
Yeah, all of these months later from the swastika coin, I'm looking at the chart right now and I'm looking at all time high, and it's just like the chart it looks insane. And I sold at the very top. I had woke up at 4 a.m. randomly the night that it pumped. I don't know how it happened, but it was like it was a miracle. And I saw that I was up big time. And so I sold, and it's never come close to that again. But I know that there's people on the timeline that are still advocating like blah, 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 because they don't want their bags to go to dust. It's sitting at a 1.2 million market cap. So
Yeah.
I'm surprised. But like, if you look at the chart, no matter what, all these people are down. Um, so
Mm.
it's, and, I faded after I just,
Okay, so two
yeah.
things can happen here, right? Because I noticed that in 23, I still had a lot of dust from last bull run in my wallet.
Yeah.
and 10% of that dust actually came alive again, right?
Yeah,
It pumped
God
really
willing.
hard.
I'm
But
like,
look,
if that
yeah, but I
happens to me,
wasn't
I'm gonna
watching
be.
that chart anymore. I was just writing it off as a loss, right?
Yeah.
And but I wasn't watching it, so I missed that whole pump because I didn't see it.
Oh.
So two things can happen is
Yeah.
that there's a long time that people were in dust. These people are not looking at that chart anymore, and it can pump again. But if as soon as people are in dust and you're going to pump within half a year, that's going to cause cell pressure problems, because these people are immediately, when they see their bag
Mm-hmm.
back in the green, they're going to sell.
It's their chance to get out. Yeah.
This is their chance to exit.
Yep.
So either it's going to take a long time for people to totally forget about it, that it can pump again, right? Or it needs extreme measurements and buying up a shit ton of supply to or some pretty decent good market making to pump it back up.
Mm. Yeah, that's what I think is going on with that chart that I was just talking about. I think that there's people that are in on the inside, on the back end, that are doing whatever they can, market makers, in order to keep the chart
Yes.
seem like it's doing okay. Because on the 24-hour mark, it's up 14.8%. But when you look
Yeah.
to the left, you can see that the chart's down like crazy. So it's like there's a false
Yeah, but look,
pretense. Mm,
okay, so now you have also that it's now low cap, so it can pump 10% and be in a range,
mm,
right? So it can pump 10, 20%, go down 10, 20%, go up 10, 20%, go down.
mm-hmm.
And that is that sideways range.
Right,
And it does 10, 20% because the market cap is so freaking low,
right,
right? So it does. You could say, like, oh, it's doing well on the daily, it's up
right.
15%.
But
Well,
it's just the
if it's
volume.
really, yes, that's just because it's lower cap, so it can actually be up and down that
Mm-hmm.
much,
Mm-hmm.
volatile that much, but while still be on the floor, right?
Right. But people will see that, they see the numbers green on the deck screener or whatever, and like, ooh,
Yeah.
this one's gonna rally or whatever, and it's like no,
Or sometimes,
it's a trap.
sometimes it gets relevant in the narrative again. I had this with Roaring Kitty on Solana. So there's
Mm,
somebody was doing Roaring Kitty was back into the narrative, and
mm-hmm.
they were launching on Solana. And instead of going to Solana, I knew that there was a Roaring Kitty on Ethereum, a
Mm-hmm.
big one that rallied hard on there. And I went there, checked the wallets, and it was a rug, right? 'Cause it was at 5.5K market cap sitting there, and
Wow.
I just bought a $300 bag with my ETH, and that one went to 150K just simply because of the narrative,
Damn.
right? So I made money, more money on Roaring Kitty, on ETH that was rugged. Pick that up instead of the
Nine
one on Solana
nine
and bought it
grand?
with the bag.
Yeah, $9,000.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah,
Whoa.
just making a move.
That is so cool. Oh, I love stories like
And
that.
I didn't even need to shill it. People were just buying it because that was the narrative. And then, Roaring Kitty on every chain will be bought. Then
So,
this is why I'm holding Farcoin on Sui. Same thing.
so the
I know these
FUD
things.
Fud the Pug. So I feel like this is like a part of the lore, that because like the name Fud, it like all makes sense. It's like, so they did a community airdrop, then the people that got airdrop sold, and it like impacted the chart, and then everyone called it a rug, and that's just Fud. But when you look at the Fud chart, it's at 4.48 million, 163k liquidity. And when you look at the chart, it's like, it looks like a excellent buy right now. So I feel like this whole FUD thing, because the thing that I came across was a whole like editorial about FUD the Pug and the downfall of it. And as I'm reading it, I'm like, this is just FUD. Like it goes along with the lore of the token. So it's all what LARPing, correct? Is it, or am I
Yeah.
mistaken? Do you think that this is it actually is?
It could be, but you got to verify that yourself. You cannot
Yeah,
just, because somebody says something. On the
yeah,
other hand, when somebody says something, they do have the power to bring the chart down. So this is never a good thing, right?
yeah. I was
Just
just wondering if it's a good
if
entry.
you would still be bullish, then wait for entry. Yeah, buy some tiers. But I think you got to do your own research really well to to see. And with that own research with these things, that you're obligated to go to the Telegram and check the vibes there and
Yeah,
see what's going on there.
for
Yeah,
sure, for sure.
for sure. But I'm gonna take a little bit of some sort of Tylenol-ish thing and rub myself,
Alrighty.
and hope to feel better tomorrow. Because there was a little fever, and it was not Alcorn season fever. Pox,
Oh, there you go.
pox,
Yeah. Yeah, it's running like a
like a
mother, isn't
maniac.
it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Well, that's the thing with dojo dogs, right? You just could have waited for that pox to unfold. Could have waited, because they were all gonna be posting hard around pox as soon as there was a green candle. So, and they are evolving on that timeline harder and harder on X as a whole. So just wait for that to unfold. There's this NFT that comes out that is related. I don't know if there's still whitelist spots to be given. Maybe we should go over that and ask Lam for that alpha, if there is still. So yeah, bullish, bullish, bullish.
Wow. Yeah,
You still need to send me your Sui. I forgot. I'm so sorry. I forgot. I have the NFT for you in my wallet reserved. Right, it's for you.
Oh, awesome. Yes, let me
Because you missed out, and the mint is over. It's done. It's minted out.
Oh, for real? Damn.
Yeah.
Yes, so
So if you just send it to me on a Telegram, and maybe tomorrow we can start an hour early and just have a little bit of conversation in Telegram, a private
yes.
call, just to figure that one out. What it's
Awesome.
about.
Yes, this
Yeah.
is here's my Sui
Yeah.
right there.
Sweet one. Yes, I
But
get it.
so yeah, monkeypox, that is absolutely incredible.
Mm-hmm.
That it's at 11.5. Damn. So yeah, you guys
Yeah, crazy.
check it out. Yeah, cool.
Need to come down with the sickness. The dogs are gonna rally hard. It's gonna be lots coming for it. All right, let's go. What's the ticker?
Yeah.
What's the ticker? Where's it at?
What is the ticker? Where's it at? I got crypto in the bag, send the CA in the chat. Gonna ape another fat, got a runner on the map. Moving quickly, I'm squeezing where they at. I'm trying to bring the meme queens back. 1,000X is gonna land. I got it chilling in the back, and the gas fees are gonna slap. Where's the ticker? Where's it at?
Yes, well, this was it for Hump Day, you guys. We love to see you again tomorrow, same time, same space. Stay bullish, Tic.
Thanks again, you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Stay bullish, my friends.